Hey guys, welcome back to the layout once again. Today I'm going to have a really quick layout update for you. I'll try to keep this pretty short because there are actually only a couple things to talk about, but I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on and what you'll see in the near future, because I just got back from my rail fanning trip out west, so I'll have plenty of videos from that as well. But the first thing you'll probably notice is that we have some upper level bench work in. So this, for now, the only framework that we have in on the upper level is from this wall here towards the staging room. And then it extends all the way down over the whole lower level yard area to that wall there. So we still need to get the bench work in along the rest of the upper level. In the last video I think I pointed out that we had some L brackets, so you can see those are installed under here. But other than that, it's the same construction as the lower level with 1x2s and then some plywood on top. However, really quick, I'm just going to swing around the other side of the layout. We're actually experimenting with using 1x4 open grid benchwork, and the theory is with the extended height of the frame that'll allow us to use one screw over the other, and when we mount that to the wall we're thinking that those two screws will be enough support that the upper level framework will just support itself without any other brackets of any kind. So we'll have to see how that works out, but that's what I'm working on right now. I guess that's really it for layout progress. I'll be working on the next thing that I'm going to do is clearly continue the sub road bed, but in order to do that we need to build our wall structure back here off of the lower level staging bench work, and that'll go to the ceiling. And then off of that we'll bring our sub road bed around the corner here using that curved piece that you see just resting against the layout. That's actually going to go through the wall, and then that'll get supported on our vertical wall structure that we still need to build in here. And then that the upper level staging yard bench work will also be supported off of that the 2x4 structure. So that's what we need to work on next, and hopefully we'll see that in the next layout update. But on top of all that, we also have a couple projects going on. So in the last update, I think I talked about a Tier 4 GEVO project. So I went ahead and picked up an Intermountain ES44AC, and this is the base locomotive that I'll use to make that Tier 4 test unit. And to modify the shell, I actually picked up another Intermountain GEVO shell, and I'll use parts of the long hood, like the long hood above the engine compartment there, as well as some of the grills towards the rear of the locomotive. I'll cut those out and then splice them into this shell to do all those modifications to make it look like the Tier 4 humpback units, as they're called. And then also we have a Canadian National Dash 9 over here, and the shell is kind of nice because it's like a 2-in-1 deal. I get the long hood for the Tier 4 GEVO, and then I'll use the cab and just plop that on this Athearn Dash 9. I'll have to do a couple other modifications like changing the anti-climbers and ditch lights, but other than that it'll be pretty much prototypical. And I've wanted to do this for a long time, but I just couldn't find the teardrop window cab style that I think Caslow made that for the longest time, but they went out of business, and I just couldn't find any. So anyway, this shell was kind of a break. I'll be able to work on both of those projects. And then I also have a couple more that I am planning on doing. This is more like stuff that I want to do. I don't necessarily have the supplies for it, but just want to give you a heads up. So I'm going to do a couple of BNSF fuel tenders. One of them is the well car and container type. That's not as common. I haven't seen a lot of photos of that, but that's one of their LNG fuel tender variants. And then there's also the other kind, which is the tank car style fuel tender that's hooked up to 9131 here. So hopefully I'll get the supplies for that pretty soon and start working on that. And then of course my main priority is working on the layout, and I want to get the at least the single main line all the way around the layout done. That'll be my first priority. I'll try to get that done as soon as possible. But anyway, that's really all I have for today, guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and look for plenty more videos very soon.